Hello and welcome to the final video of the Ivory Keys Apartments project. Well, it might not be 100% done, but it's close enough to call it good. They're just doing punch list items at this point. And just by looking at it as it is right now as we cross the street, because it's very easy. One thing I always joked about, and I'm not 100% sure if it's still true, is this building will be done before this. Even though this was done 2 years ago, just recently they finished that part up, and we're going to cross again. It's true. This building, years later, is still not done. But that's another story. Not aiming into the windows. And as nice as this looks, I think they found out why vinyl's not a good choice. Some of these were coming off. One of the panels actually got blown off. All right, let's cross here again. This is where we were going to go. Now I'm not 100% sure what this box is. But there it is again. Colors may not be the same as they appear to be. And it looks like it's HVAC. I don't know if I want to step on here, but I am. It's empty. So basically, what they have done for the most part is for the bump out section, which is new, they've put on a fake stone veneer, which looks really nice. And they kept the original brick for the basement apartments, which I believe those would all be egress windows, because in order to have a basement you have to have egress. They might have some other way, shape, or form. Like I said, it might not be 100% done, but we're getting to that point that we can just call it good. Like I said, just a few punch list items here and there. They finally put the front facade on. Like I said, we're not going to step on property, besides when we looked in that box. And we stepped where there wasn't anything to disturb, like these plants. That looks unfinished, but it's actually completed. And it doesn't look bad at all. What I'm surprised is that they actually kept the smokestack, and you can see, I'm sure you can see, as I can there's a color separation between here and here. From that point up is all brand new brick, and the rest is what was salvageable. And this was the last side of the building to be completed. What's nice is the city of Leominster redid the sidewalks here, just to make this whole area that used to be the butt ugliness of everything. And we got an apartment right here. I don't think anyone's in it. Not bad. Seems to be an apartment here, but you can't really see in. That was the one apartment you could see in. Oh, this is going to go away. There used to be a triple decker right here, but that burnt down. And as I said, not 100% done, because A, you got the stickers on the windows, and B, you still have plywood doors going on. And here's another one we can kind of look in. Not bad. It's really nice. And the bottommost ones, in terms of style and in terms of both style and affordability, the one bedrooms are $850 a month. Yeah, like I said, still minor punch list things, and I know they were trying to keep the original look of these covered, well, they were covered shipping bays, but that one makes sense. That one doesn't. And it's not the only one that doesn't seem to make sense, although I know why they did it. And again, as we go along, these are getting a bit higher, and I'm trying not to step on plantings and what have not. I mean, these look really nice from what I can see. Yeah, they all look alike, more or less. I mean, I could show you the same thing, but okay, over here, this would be a bit tricky. We don't want to step on that. Right over it. And it's still a bit incomplete on the inside, but again, very hard to walk like that. Now it's just getting too high to reach. And again, we got this fake shipping receiving bay here, which the actual structure's not original, but there was one there. They got the fake door, which looks fake as anything. I mean, these are the same people that did the one on Whitney Street and Water, and they pulled it off perfectly. I mean, you have to get up close to see anything that isn't exactly 100% accurate. They sort of dropped the ball a little bit in this area. It just doesn't look that legitimate. And they dropped the ball on this one too. That almost could look like a door, but it looks like a solid wall. And of course there's a door there again. Not really anything we can see. I get what they were going for, but I can see this being a maintenance problem. And no one can enjoy this area. Or that one. Or the one that's all the way down there. One thing that's kind of hard to see as I talk over the very loud music that people think everyone wants to hear. And it's still kind of, it's hard to position a camera, but if I zoom in like so, they've tried to pull the building inward. It used to lean a lot this way. It's not perfect, but it is a lot straighter than what it used to be. Now that it's all done, we can still see that it does lean forward a little bit, but nowhere near as bad as it did. And I got these nice plantings here. I don't want to go on their property. If you step over here, it's really hard to see. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera. But the building does still have a slight bow outwards. But like I said, way better than what it was. So it stands a lot straighter. And again, we got this to contend with. So step next to it, step between one. That looks like a larger unit. Alrighty. I'd say I did a very good job of not stepping on any plantings, because I don't want to do that. I would not have attempted it if I knew I could not easily do it. So, outside of a punch list item here and there, that's the building. Georgia551 saying, hope you enjoyed this series and have a good one. Oh, and before we do that, before we cut it, they did the topper thing, and I think you can get the idea what it looks like. They repeated that angle bracket on all sides.